The origins of the violin. The development of the violin. Cremona, the Mecca of the violin. From the middle of the 16th century to the first half of the 18th century, Cremona was the center of violin production. About 20,000 famous instruments were made there. Each family producing violins developed their own unique production techniques. The most famous of these were the 5 makers of the Amati family. The 3 makers of the Stradivari family are also renowned. The 5 makers of the Guarneri family also made significant contributions. Carlo Bergonzi's violins are also famous instruments. These famous violins from Cremona are still much sought after today. The family crest of a Cremona violin maker. Do violins reflect their makers? Antonio Stradivari and Guarneri del Gesù were master violin makers. They are revered as the finest violin makers in history. Their instruments are highly prized even today. The tonal qualities of their instruments are quite different. Antonio Stradivari was born around 1644. He created an estimated 1,100 instruments over the course of his life. Roughly 600 violins, violas, cellos, mandolins, and guitars survive today. Stradivari's instruments are known for the attention to detail. Guarneri del Gesù lived from 1698 to 1744. He led a boisterous life and is said to have spent some time in jail. It is estimated that he made about 300 violins, of which about 140 survive today. His violins are rough and wild, with a deep, powerful tone. What is the difference between Baroque and modern violins? The violin was born essentially in its final form. There have been very few improvements made since. One improvement was made in the 19th century as a result of changes in musical fashions. The fingerboard was lengthened to reach the middle of the body. This was done to allow players to play more of the high end of the E string. To increase the volume and brightness of the tone, the bridge was raised. Older instruments to which these improvements have been made are referred to as modern violins. Older violins that have kept their original form are referred to as Baroque violins. Today, almost all Stradivari and Guarneri violins have been modified into modern violins.